Before this video starts, I want you to look at this video. Yes, this video. Scroll down. If you see this little red subscribe button, press it. If you see this little bell, press it. Just turn it on. It'll give you notifications. You do that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, quick thing before this video starts. My camera was like all messed up during this whole video. I don't know why, but it was annoying. It kept freezing and lagging, so if you don't want to deal with that, then just don't watch the video. But if you don't care, then keep watching the video because the audio and everything else is perfectly fine. And yeah, enjoy the video. Sorry that my camera's dumb. The Owl House, thanks to them, was exactly what I wanted it to be, and more, which is why I'm here with you guys right now to do my review on the episode. If you've been watching this channel since, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3, I started doing Bleach episode reviews for the 1000-Year Blood War, because it was just, I really wanted to actually commit to doing a series. But I was thinking, well, the Owl House came out, and it's only going to have 3 more episodes, so I might as well do my thoughts on those episodes as well as they come out. Now, these won't be as frequent as the Bleach ones, because there's only 3 more left, and the other one won't be out till January, most likely. So, I'm here to talk about Thanks to Them with nobody. I am alone. And I still have my Pringles. Now, I literally 2 seconds ago just finished recording a Bleach video for March of the Starcross. And in that episode, and this one, you're going to see me a lot more like enthusiastic, because currently, I'm in my room by myself. My brother isn't here at the moment, so I can... 1, you won't hear him in the background, and 2, I can be as hyper as you want without him telling me I'm annoying. So... let's go. I think I should have enough time to actually record this video. So this is going to be a pretty long one, and I'm going to try my best not to ramble too much. And so, I'm going to do a quick recap like I did do with the Bleach episode. It starts with how Season 2 ended with them all being sent home. And the episode parts of the episode literally start the second where King's Tide ended, that's when this starts. So Luz is still standing in front of the door with her mom, and then they hug. Then they basically were explaining what happens to Camila, what happened with the Collector and stuff, and Camila says they're safe there where little Belos group dropped by. Now, we're going to be talking about a lot of Belos later. So, Belos is basically Venom from what I know. Anyways, then it cuts to the others just basically getting used to the human realm. Hunter is very seriously setting up a sleeping bag. Gus is freaking out over human stuff. Emily and Will get scared by an alarm clock, and Luz is sad. And Hunter bows to Camila. That was interesting. Yeah, there's also a little note on the wall that says, "Welcome home, Luz, from We Missed You." That V made, and there was a little sticky note with a cat on it. And then we get to see a ton of pictures from Luz's life, which I might make a video about because there's a lot of interesting stuff here. And I'm also going to be making a video about her palisman, or probably actually, I don't know. We get to see Luz picks up that picture of her dad, and she tries to apologize to Camila about leaving. And Camila says it's fine, everything's fine, and Luz says it's not fine because currently everyone else is still trapped there. Then does a time skip, which I absolutely loved. So double quick recap of the time skip. Basically, it jumps a few months, and Luz comes out to her mom about being bi and introduces her to the fact that Amy is her girlfriend. It shows a quick view of the old house, and they all make drawings. Amy doesn't include her mom in her drawing, which is funny. Then they all get little, I was about to say Halloween costumes, but that's not what they are. It's just outfits, and Hunter is just like a bird. And then V does her little transformation thing and looks like V instead of Luz now. Willow cuts Hunter's hair. A portal blows up. Gus tries to use a fire extinguisher. They make a weird pie, And then it starts raining, and they go out in the rain and dance, and Gus and Hunter fall in mud, and Willow just takes a picture. Anyways, then Luce proceeds to go to school. So this is the first of many shots. It shows Luce drawing a glyph where obviously it doesn't work, and then she looks at her talisman, and conveniently she has a snake shirt on. And then the bus comes and Luce goes to school. Then that's the end of the time skip. Then it cuts to the others trying to learn Spanish from the Scary Owl app, where everyone sucks at it except for V. Well, they don't suck. Also, Flapjack is looking for something and they're all confused, and Amity's hair isn't as purple as it was because her hair dye is fading. And then Camila asks them how to say something in Spanish, and Hunter tries with such confidence, and I wouldn't really say he failed, because he actually did pretty good. And then Amity encourages them all to go and, look outside the little shack they're in, because Luce is at school anyways. Speaking of school, it cuts to Luce at school where she jumps on her desk yelling about how some guy wasn't a hero because he messed up and got tricked, which is basically her being mad at herself. Then two people walk up to her and encourage her to go on the haunted hayride. And then it shows Bella's possessing a deer and almost hitting a car. Then it shows Hunter sewing a shirt, because Hunter likes sewing now, and I actually really like it. And he made a shirt based off he made a shirt of wolves, and he loves it. He loves wolves. And Gus is happy that Hunter's happy, and shows him a book. So Then it cuts to Liz being all sad and takes her talisman to go see her mom, and proceeds to wake Amity up because she dropped a ton of papers off her desk. Then it shows Camila trying to figure out what the Luce's friends like to eat, and she's talking about how using food coloring is gonna work for apple blood. Then it shows a nightmare going through flashbacks of Luce as a kid. So, basically what a ton of people think of Luce and how Camila feels about it. So, there was that. Then Luce asks her mom why she's not mad at her, and that was nice. She told Luce that she can still make things right, which she can, yeah. Then, again, she puts the talisman on a table which has a few things on it. It's the talisman, glasses, some yarn, a bracelet that says love on it, two pictures that have Luce and her dad, and then a picture right next to the talisman, conveniently, of a snake. Then it shows Bella's possessing another deer. Then it shows everyone getting ready to go out to the human realm and go investigate 3 places. And Amity doesn't like Hunter's outfit. I love Hunter's outfit, though. So, first place they went to is the Magic Circle, which failed. Then they went to see giraffes. They went to the library, where Amity proceeded to trip and fall, and it was really funny. Then they went to the Gracefield Historical Society, and Luce is really scared, kicks down the door, and then sees that that guy isn't working there anymore. I don't remember his name, but it's actually one of the girls that V made friends with at the summer camp, and she's really nervous because she recognizes V. I can't remember her name, and V blushes at her. Also, the paper that she gave her had a Golden Guard outfit logo on the back of it, and I completely forgot to mention that Amity fell through a hole that Flapjack made in the floor and found a little rebus, which is basically a puzzle. I don't feel like describing it right now. Basically, puzzle that helps them find Titan blood, which is actually what they proceed to talk to that girl about at the Historical Society, and they teach them what a rebus is, and they figure it out. It says that it's Titan blood. Then they talk a little bit about how they're friends, and then they all take a picture, and it's nice. Yeah, then they say they're gonna surprise Luce with the thing at the haunted hayride. And then Luce starts talking to herself about what the talisman is gonna be, which then conveniently shows a picture of another snake. 2 snakes actually. When she's looking at a book of animals, one of them is a snake coming out of an egg. And then it goes down and you see a snake that Luz made on a drawing and a tadpole. Now, only reason I mentioned the tadpole, I don't think it's going to be a tadpole. I only mentioned the tadpole because it looks like that one girl from Amphibia that's named Polly. Then Luz accidentally makes a glyph almost work. Then Hunter's really anxious and yells at Flapjack for no reason. And then puts Flapjack in a cage and says hey, he's going to protect him. And then he tells Luz that he saw Bellows in the shack, because he did. And then they go out into the shack and they don't actually see Bellows, because Hunter, we'll get to that later. Then it cuts to everyone making their Halloween costumes for the haunted hayride, and Luz and Amy are dressing up as Azora, and that one person from Azora, I think her name is Hecate or something. Luz is dressing as Azora, Amity's dressing as the other one. Then Luz goes and makes a diary, because Luz did diaries, and she blames herself for everything again, and yeah. Then they go to the haunted hayride. That guy that kidnapped V tells Gus that he's a witch and rips off his headphones, and no one believes him because he picked the worst time to try and show that. You know, Halloween people wear fake ears to make them like pointy. Then they actually tell a story about Philip and Bellows, which is basically what we learned from the pictures in King's Tide, but this is basically a recap of that if anyone missed them. Basically, Philip and Caleb got caught into a world, and Caleb got a witch girlfriend, and Philip didn't like that. And they thought Philip was going to try to save him, that's what they think, but no. Philip just went there and killed his brother. Then Hunter saw Bellows in the woods again, and they both went out into the woods. And Camila sees Luz's diaries, and we learn that Luz is planning on staying in the human realm after they stop everything with the Collector. Then they get closer to the Titan Blood, glyphs start working, Amity, Willow, and Gus realize that Luz isn't there, and then comes my favorite part. So Hunter runs off on his own to the woods, and Luz eventually catches up with him, and he's just kind of standing there. And she asks him if he found Bellows, and he's just like, no, it was just my imagination again, which his voice is really sketchy. And then he tells Luz to find the Titan Blood while he finds his talisman because Flapjack got scared, which is reasonable. Then it shows the back of Hunter's head where there's a ton of green going up his head. Don't ask, because I'm going to explain. Luz finds Flapjack behind a grave and all scared. And then Bellows shows up because Bellows possessed Hunter. So, you know, it's actually really scary when we see it because of, you know, everything. And he actually looks really cool. I'm just going to say it right now. He looks really cool. Then he finds Titan Blood. I was about to say fight, but it's not really a fight. It's more Luz trying to scare him, I guess, because she doesn't actually want to hurt Hunter. Then everyone else shows up. And Bellows basically tells them that Luz helped him meet the Collector, and they're all just like, oh. Then the animation gets really cool. Because animation. The animation was actually incredible, and I loved it. So, they started fighting. We even get to see V who use her powers. It didn't do much, but she used them. Then Bellows kind of stabs Flapjack, which is sad. And then, but before he can actually kill Flapjack, which he calls Flapjack Evelyn for some reason, just saying, Hunter regains control of his body while Bellows is still fighting it back. Or more like Hunter's fighting back Bellows. And he takes the Titan Blood, throws it into a lake, and then Bellows, being the smart person he is, regains control over Hunter's body and jumps in the river. Very smart. Then Camila, being the best mom to all of them, jumps in the river and goes and saves him. And Bellows just kind of jumps out of Hunter's body because apparently he just needed to possess an actual body to be able to take form again? I don't know. It was weird. Also, the Titan Blood has a little hoodie cap. My guess is that one of the claw thorns probably hit it in the human realm. Bellows' design changed. He has less eyes on him than he did before, and I think genuinely he's just much smaller. Then he smashes the Titan Blood on a little gate, and then a portal opens, and he goes through. Now, I'm just going to say now, I don't know what he's hoping to accomplish by going through. Like, seriously, I don't know if he plans on like beating the Collector, but I don't know how he would do that. I saw some people throwing around some theories about he could possess the Titan, which could happen. In fact, I wouldn't be against it happening. Anyways, Hunter has a lot more scars. Luz accidentally reveals he's a Grimwalker. Then Flapjack dies. Flapjack uses the magic that's left in him to make sure Hunter comes back alive. Now, I have a little theory in my head about something real quick. So obviously Hunter didn't have any powers before this, until he got Flapjack. So if he lost Flapjack, obviously he wouldn't have a Palisman anymore and he wouldn't have powers. I don't think that's true. Because if the rest of the magic from Flapjack went into Hunter, I think Hunter might just regain his magic, like get magic through whatever Flapjack had. Just saying, I think Hunter could actually have powers now, and I'd actually really like that. And then Amity asks Luz about her helping Bellows meet the Collector, and Luz is just like, yeah, that happened. And then she was gonna tell him that she's gonna stay in the human realm, and then Camila, being the amazing person she is, just grabs Luz and is just like, I'm going to the demon realm with you. And Luz is just like, what? And then Amity says she can never hate Luz, because I don't think there's anything Luz could do to make Amity hate her at this point. Hunter tells Luz that Bellows tricks people and that it's not her fault. And then he says if it wasn't her, it'd be someone else, and then there would be no one else to fight back. And then he said, so let's do that. Let's fight back. And then the portal starts closing, they all go through, they leave V behind because V didn't want to go. And then Amity said the line that Luz said when she asked Amity out, because Amity said that she doesn't know what's going to happen in their future, but it'd be so cool if Luz is a part of it, which is, if you guys don't know, that's exactly what Luz said to Amity when she asked her out. I'm talking too fast. And then she tells Luz no more hiding, which at this point I guess is true. Yeah, and then V stays behind. Camila gives her a list of things to tell her staff, and then she says thank you and hugs V. And then Luz grabs her hat off the ground, and it starts playing the ending theme. And then they all go through, the portal closes, and V goes like, oh, dang it, because V did not get the car keys before they left. That is the funniest way to end the episode, and I like that they ended the episode that way instead of like, super intense, because that's how all the episodes are probably going to end. So, I want to go back to that Palisman thing real quick. I've noticed that in almost every shot, if not every shot that Palisman is, there is also a picture of a snake somewhere. Because like when Camila put it on her table, when Camila put it on her nightstand in her room, there's a snake picture. When Luz was looking at it at the beginning of the episode, she had a snake shirt on. When Luz was trying to figure out what it would be, she was going through two books. One had a picture of a snake that she drew, and one had a snake coming out of an egg. I think that her Palisman is going to be a snake, and I'd be really surprised at this point if it wasn't. That's thought number one. Thought number two, I really like the fact that Hunter got into some things on the human world, like sewing, and he got into wolves, which I think are really nice, actually. I really like that. Camila's nightmares scared me. They scared me. Willow and Hunter grew a stronger relationship over the episode. That was fun. Giraffes were funny. Just gonna say that the giraffes were funny. I loved the Bellows Hunter. Let's get into the Bellows Hunter thing real quick. So progressively during the episode, they were they were setting up the fact that Hunter was going to be possessed. And then obviously he did get possessed. Bellows just kind of got into Hunter like Venom does, which is why I keep calling Bellows Venom. The Eminem song called Venom just started playing in my head. Willow got into pictures, which I really like. Sorry. Yeah. So, The Bellows Hunter thing didn't catch me by surprise, but dang, was it awesome. Especially when that animation went up. Like, dude, the animation just went off. It was amazing. It's really easy to tell when the animation budget goes up. And the Bellows Hunter thing was genuinely terrifying. And can someone please explain to me why Hunter's hair grew more when Bellows possessed him? Like, I'm happy Hunter has his little squiggly hair back, but why did his hair grow? I feel like his hair shouldn't have grown. Anyways, I love his eyes too. Like the eyes were just, they look cool. Now going over that fight scene real quick. Obviously, like I said, the animation went insane, and everyone started fighting except for Camila, which I feel like with how good Gus is at illusions, I feel like he could have done far more than just taunt Bellows. V tried to use her powers to get Bellows out of Hunter, which was awesome, and then V makes funny face. Some of the faces V makes are awesome. But as an illusionist, I feel like Gus could have done a lot more than he did. Also, I feel like they should have used that bat. Luz tries to hug Hunter and get him to regain control, in which Hunter just kind of throws her. Not Hunter. It's not Hunter. Yeah, and then like I said earlier, he kind of like stabbed Flapjack, which was sad. Really sad, actually. I was convinced going into this episode that Hunter was going to die. Then the bird died. So, you know. Then Hunter finally stands up to Bellows, and it is one of the best things I've seen in the show. It is my favorite scene from this episode. Hunter finally, like, standing up against Bellows, saying what he wants, not doing what Bellows wants, and genuinely, like, trying to make things better now. And, like I said earlier, I really don't know what Bellows is hoping to accomplish by going back to the demon realm. Like, I honestly thought he'd be happy he's still alive, but first thing he does is try and go back. And I don't know how or even if he's going to be able to beat the Collector. I honestly want him to have a good fight with the Collector. Like, yes, the little bop was funny. That was hilarious, and I loved it. But I actually want them to have a good fight. I want to see the Collector fight, basically. I'm still curious on how the others are going to save the world. Like, I honestly think they're going to use the second little circle moon thing. Because remember how the Collector was trapped in the little circle thing that King ended up breaking? There is another one on the Titan Trapper Island. I feel like they could use that to trap him. I also like all of Hunter's new scars. Anyways, that's basically it for the recap and my thoughts. This video is already longer than the other one, the Bleach one's far longer actually, which makes sense obviously, because the Bleach one I recorded and the second episode review I did were both 13 minutes. This video is currently 23 minutes, but this episode of the Owl House is 45 minutes, so you know. But I also did like a fast recap of what happened. Can I also just say the end credits, the way they did the credits were awesome, because they did different drawings. Not really drawings, more just like they did different little pictures of some things that happened in the human realm, like Luz and her mom bringing in groceries. Maybe it's just a ton of donuts. It looks like just a ton of donuts. And, you know, it showed Luz trying to teach Camila how to draw glyphs, which it showed a picture of a while ago. It showed a picture of Luz trying to teach Amity as well, but now Amity's just there watching. I want to see Amity use a glyph. It shows Hunter, Gus, and Willow play fighting, which is funny. it shows V and that girl from the frickin' historical society place hanging out. It shows them in a movie theater where V is just in the back chilling, and they're all horrified except for Luce. Yeah, Luce, V, and Hunter. Not Hunter, Camila. Then it shows Hunter sleeping with his bird. It shows a picture of Bellis, which looks like watercolor, and then it shows it raining and Luce sitting at the abandoned house crying. I was about to say for some reason, but you know. Then it the last one is of Luce and everyone else standing at the portal door. Now, obviously, this picture didn't actually happen because they all went through before Luce grabbed her hat, but it was a nice thing to include anyways. And that's it, like, for the episode, and that's it for my thoughts, and that's it. Thank you guys for tuning into this rather long review. This one's probably not going to be edited as much as the Bleach ones. In fact, I want to get this one out first before the Bleach one, which is I'm actually probably going to edit directly after this. After I finish my Pringles. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time on Slay